Pick your beans and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do part 2 of beings that originate from the void. So if you want to know if your soul comes from a void from outer space, then this is the video for you. But you do want to watch part 1 where I give you 4 of the major voids or the biggest voids most well known in our universe. In today's video we are going to talk about 10 other ones. So stay tuned, and if you're new here and you like talking about the universe, spirituality, star seeds, things like that, then please hit that subscribe button if you want to be part of our growing community. But before we begin, if you have not seen part 1, you do need to go to that video first. That way you know more of what I'm talking about, so what voids are, how to get your chart, how to look up the markings in your birth chart. You want to watch part 1 first, and then you can come back to this one. So feel free to do that now and then come back. Okay, so let's get started with the first one, which is called the Primordial Void. Hopefully I said that right. Primordial Void. This whole video is requested. They wanted to know more void origins. So I found 10 for you, but the Primordial Void was one of the specifically requested ones. And I'm going over this one first because it's a little different. So the Primordial Void is also known as chaos. It is said to be the origin of everything that ever existed. So the first deities, gods, goddesses originated from this void, this created earth. So it's hard to give you markings for the primordial void, because if you think of it as creating us, then we're all kind of from there. So I do want to do a video where I talk about theories of how Earth was created, and in that video we can talk more about this void, because I don't have markings for it because we're all probably from that original void. But I will say that out of the deities that were first created, there was 8 of them, 4 pairs. And 2024, when you add that up, is 8. And the number 8 is all about creation, like completion, abundance, balance. So just wanted to throw that out there for this new year. But I did find, if you want to watch more or listen to more about what the Primordial Void is, I did find a YouTube channel called MythologyExplained. And I will link it below, and it's the 8 primordial gods, and it kind of explains everything there. So go there if you want to know more, or stay tuned until the next video when I talk about theories of how Earth was created. Moving on to number 2 is the Taurus Void. So this is located near the Perseus Pisces supercluster and has 2 galaxies inside of it, which are called UGC 2627 and UGC 2629. So the constellation Perseus is also called the Champion, and it's near Andromeda. So if you have these markings, you originated from this constellation, and you're most likely an Andromedan Taurus Void hybrid, or you originated from the void. So the markings are in Taurus. So in Taurus, you want to look for 14, 23 through 28. So that would be Taurus 14, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, or Gemini 1 through 4. So that's Gemini 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just the main number on the left side, and you can be 1 to 2 degrees away to count that as a marking. And as always, you want at least 3 to confirm that origin. So let's move on to number 3, the Corona Borealis Void. So this cosmic void lies next to the Microscopium Void and is surrounded by Ophiuchus, Hercules, and Centaurus superclusters. And it's also next to the Coma Great Wall, which we will talk about a few of those voids. But the markings for this void is Scorpio 9 or 12. So if you know you are an Ophiuchus starseed, or you come from the constellation Hercules, or you are a Centaurian starseed, you may be a hybrid with this Corona Borealis void, or you may come from this void. Number 4 is the Microscopium Void. So it's a roughly rectangular shaped region of space, and it lies near the Capricornus Void as well, above the Norma constellation, which I know we've talked about the Norma constellation in the past. The markings are in Aquarius. They are 2, 5, 8, 9, or 11. Moving on to number 5 is the Coma Void, which is between Boots and Ursa Major. The markings are Virgo 23 and Libra 4 or Libra 8. Moving on to number 6 is Capricornus Void. This is one of the biggest, but it's smaller than the Boots Void, which is one of the biggest that we talked about in part 1. And the markings are all in Aquarius, so there's a lot in Aquarius. It's 3, 4, 5, 7, 12, 13, 16, 17, 20, 21, 23, or 25 in Aquarius. Moving on to number 7 is the Sculptor Void, which is within the Phoenix constellation, and it's below the Capricornus Void that we just talked about. If you come from this void, Pisces 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 20, 23, or 28. Also Aries 1 or 4. And then moving on to Fornax Void, which lies beyond Sculptor that we just talked about. And it's next to the Columba Void, which we'll talk to next. But it's within one of the bends of the Iridanian River constellation. And the markings are 29 or 23 in Taurus. So you're most likely an Iridanian Starseed hybrid with this Fornax Void, or you may come from the Void if you knew you were an Iridanian Starseed. Moving on to number 9, the Columba Void or Columbia Void is between Fornax and the Canis Major, which I will talk about next. The Columba constellation, also known as the Dove, markings are in Gemini 13, 18, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, or Cancer 3, 6, 8. Lastly is the Canis Major Void, which is close to the Hydra and Centaurus superclusters, are all in Cancer. And the markings in Cancer are 7, 11, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, or 29. And then I will throw in this last one called KBC Void. So this one was newly discovered in 2013, and there's a theory that we may live inside of this huge cosmic void. So Earth may have been created from the Primordial Void, but we may now live in the KBC Void. So there's still a lot more research to think about, because as you well know, we are floating in space and there's a lot of nothingness around us. So we could be living inside of a void, which is very likely. So that is all I have for number 2. I hope you guys liked it. This is the last void video I'm doing because I have a lot of other interesting topics I want to share with you. I'm about to go record another one right now. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video and have a great day. Bye.